Well, not only have there been a number of volcanic eruptions lately, but earthquakes have also rocked various parts of the world. Quake-ravaged Christchurch in New Zealand was again rocked by two major tremors yesterday. So what's causing all this seismic activity? Geophysicist Stephanie Enslin is here to tell us more. Stephanie, is the world coming to an end? If you geophysicists are not being truthful about this, please let us know, so at least we can run in time.
I would tell you if it was a worry, but really the world is not coming to an end anytime soon.
Now, the volcanic eruptions that we're seeing happening sporadically in different parts of the world, what's causing all of this?
The normal things that cause volcanic eruptions, really, it's really more a fact that we are a global village nowadays. We can hear what's going on all around the world. And so it's not that we've got this sudden increase of volcanic activity, but rather that it's easier to get news from these far out places that you wouldn't usually hear about before that.
Let's take a place like Christchurch. Earlier in the year it was rocked by, by an earthquake, and those aftershocks are still being felt now. They're still getting tremors even till today. How dangerous is it for that place, and what's causing the seismic activity there?
New Zealand is known for sitting on a plate boundary, and so literally two plates are moving past each other at that point in different directions. So it's completely normal to expect earthquakes there. And so, yeah, it's not something new. It's not something that we wouldn't predict happening. So they've just got to be careful and take precautions.
Are they getting worse, though? Because it seems as though their levels are now also starting to increase. You do say it's sitting on a plate. That's understandable, but it seems now they're recurring more often than not.
Not really. You can't actually say that as a definite thing. There's just, as plates move, there's build-up of pressure and stress in different places, and it's bound to happen. There's not really an increasing trend. Different earthquakes happen at different times. You can't really pick up a pattern that easily.
So now what do we do? What sort of measures can be put into place to, number one, know earlier about them, to warn people and to make sure that the danger signs are read before? Is there technology moving forward to try and avert loss of life?
Like I've said with volcanoes and earthquakes as well, it's such a new science that each time something happens, we learn something new. And so they do have on earthquakes seismometers in place to measure earthquakes, and I think they did pick up earthquakes beforehand in Chile, and they did warn people. So in that respect, it's slightly easier to warn people. Earthquakes are a little bit more difficult. It's happening a lot deeper down in the earth, kilometers depth. You can't always measure things. So it will take time to get precautionary measures in place to warn people in enough time.
Not often do we hear about it in Africa. Eritrea has also erupted. What's happening there?
Well, we've got some wonderful volcanoes in Africa. I can't wait to travel up there. Also, we've got rift valleys. The earth is splitting apart. You'd expect to have volcanoes there. So it's just by chance that all these things are happening at the same time. It's really not the end of the world that you have to panic.
Okay, I know I'm calling you if I want to travel anywhere, just to try and find out where not to go. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Always a pleasure having you with us. That was Geophysicist Stephanie Enslin.